gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Melee. We got an exciting one for you this evening in the Trios division. We got Soul Glow, Mark Menchaca, Amaru Moses, and Anthony Tisdall going up against Drawn to Chaos, Kirk Kolakowski, Matthew Chen, and Brandon Cohen. Should be a good one. Last time we saw a Soul Glow, they had an unfortunate loss to Boo Earns. And last time we saw Drawn to Chaos, they ended it in the first ever tie in Multiplex history. So they are coming into favorites today with 1 point to Soul Glow's 0. So it's an important matchup. Both these teams want to get the momentum going, climb up the rankings, get some points today here with the victory. So I think without any further ado, let's talk to the teams right now, starting with Soul Glow. We got Mark Menchaca, Anthony, and Amaru Moses. So guys, how you feeling going into your second match now?
All right. I feel like we haven't hit our stride yet, and this is the match that we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm excited to play with these fellas, and I'm ready to get this win.
Yeah, same. Like, I look forward to this. It should be fun. I'm just here, man. I like to be here and exist. So let's do this.
Sounds good, Mark. Always very chatty.
Yeah,
So now bring in your opponents for this evening. Drawn to Chaos, Kirk, Matthew, and Brandon. So how are y'all doing today? Someone got kicked out of the stream. Never mind, they're back. Anyways, how y'all feeling?
I feel good. I think we all feel good. Last match, I was really happy with coming together. Not really having spent much time together previous. I think we kind of clicked. And we worked together really well to put some, answers together to enough to pull out that tie. It was nice to walking away with some points is better than walking away with no points. But I think we definitely want to get that win today and get some, get a crooked number on the board.
Yeah, I feel better now. We know each other now. We played a match together. We spent a weekend down in Boca Raton together, getting to know each other, really just bonding. And I'm just happy to be here playing with these guys again. And I'm just hoping I can get another Space Jam question right and pull my weight.
Yeah, excited. I think we worked really well last time. So hopefully we get a win.
Why didn't we go to Boca?
Bad team.
I went to Charlotte.
And Payson, how do you feel about the match?
I'm excited for this match. One of these teams got a tie, which was always exciting. One of those teams hungry for that first win. So let's see what happens.
Absolutely. So we'll get started right with round number 1, which will work like this. 8 questions, 8 different categories of movie trivia, which they will answer individually on their whiteboards. Should any player get all 8 questions correct, they will be asked a bonus question, also worth a point. Each team has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
Yeah, Anthony, should we have mentioned we did a Spartan race together?
You did. It was awesome.
Lame. All right. Well, then we'll get started with your first question around number 1, which will come in the category of drama. Who stars as Boston lawyer Frank Galvin in the 1982 film The Verdict?
Have you ever done Spartan race, Dylan?
No. I have trash cardio, I'll be real with you.
I love fast food and studying for movie trivia too much to prepare for something like that.
I could run really fast for a very short period of time before I get very tired. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Rue.
Paul Newman.
And Kirk.
Paul Newman.
And Mark.
I don't know why I didn't think this was his name. Paul Newman.
And Brandon.
A salad dressing guy?
And Anthony.
Nope, I said Harrison Ford because I don't know.
And Matthew.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman is correct. So John to Chaos takes the first lead 3-2.
Absolutely. Your second word comes in the category of romantic comedies. What 2010s romantic comedy is about a journalist who is hired by his childhood crush to be her speechwriter as she prepares to run for president? Do you like Paul Newman, Caesar Crescent?
No, I didn't know you had a Caesar dressing.
Oh, it's so good. Genuinely, it is my favorite salad dressing.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Mm,
Good frozen pizzas too.
haven't actually tried them, but I believe.
4, 3,
Prime will reveal them
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kirk
Long shot.
and Mark
I blinked.
and Brandon
long shot.
and Anthony,
Long shot.
Matthew
Long shot.
and Rue.
What's up, Becky? Long shot.
Long shot is correct. So Drawn to Chaos extends their lead 6-4. So getting your next question in the category of classics. What is the profession of Deborah Kerr's character in Black Narcissus? Excuse me.
I like how you said narcissist.
Did I say it wrong?
I would pronounce it narcissus, but I could be
Oh.
wrong. Yeah. You said it like a narcissist, and yeah.
Well, very in character. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Mark
Doctor.
and Brandon
That's not a real movie. I put model.
and Anthony
Is it a nun?
and Matthew
None.
Oh shit.
and Rue
I said nurse.
and Kirk. So
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had the right movie. I said none as well.
none is correct.
And your fourth question in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What name is given to the aliens in District 9? There are things that we can say that happened off camera that I won't say
Oh yeah.
to protect the integrity of some of our writers.
Still the wildest guess that I think I've heard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brandon
I said the visitors.
and Anthony
Is it the prawns?
Damn.
and Matthew
Yeah, I didn't know. I said creatures.
and Rue
Prawns is right. I said bugs.
and Kirk
Prawns.
Yeah.
and Mark.
Bronze.
Prawns is correct. So I believe with that, Soul Glow cuts into the lead there a bit, 9-7. So getting your next question in the category of the 1980s. What is the subtitle of Breakin' 2?
Yeah, when cameras are off and when we're testing things, little sense of humor goes a little up and be a little politically incorrect if you if you ask me with some of the answers given.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This is one where you could potentially get it right if you write a joke answer. Anthony
Electric Boogaloo?
and Matthew
I did not have.
and Rue
Electric Boogaloo.
and Kirk
Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
and Mark
Yeah, I can't spell electric boogaloo.
and Brandon.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo is correct.
I can't believe that question just came up.
It's all time that got asked.
Yeah.
What's the score now?
Drawn to Chaos 11-10.
Your next one comes in the category of directors. What was the directorial debut of Richard Linklater? That last question is a great example of no blank boards because even if you don't know, like you said, just put an answer. Like I think Boogaloo is the go-to joke answer when you don't know a sequel. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or doing the Too Fast, Too Furious thing. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Spoiler alert: Richard Linklater's debut was not Too Fast, Too Furious. We'll start with Matthew.
Yeah, I blanked.
What did I just say, Matthew?
Rue.
I said dazed and confused. I said dazed and confused.
Kirk.
Was it Slackers?
Mark.
Piece of shit film. Slacker.
I love that movie. Brandon.
Oh, no. Slackers?
And Anthony.
I attempted to write Dazed and Confused.
Unfortunately, we can only give it to Mark. It is
Mark.
Slacker.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I googled that movie today.
It's a great movie. I like.
It's really
No,
good
it's
movie.
not.
So that no more perfect rounds. Your next question will come in the category of recent releases. What European country is Laszlo Toth originally from in The Brutalist?
Yeah, Private Chat was saying what I was thinking. Brandon Googled it today. Really trepidatious times. We said Googled an answer today. My gosh.
I got it wrong. No, it doesn't-
Yeah. He wrote down the sequel.
Yeah.
5,
Too slackery.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Rue.
Bulgaria?
And Kirk.
Poland?
And Mark.
Poland?
Fuck.
And Brandon.
Poland?
And Anthony.
I also guessed Poland.
And Matthew.
I went with Austria.
All incorrect. We're looking for Hungary.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nope, haven't seen it. Don't know.
As we have your final question, because there are no perfect rounds in the category of scores and soundtracks. What rock band provided the soundtrack for the 1975 film Tommy? I was expecting that reaction from a bunch of people.
What?
Tommy's a fun name. You know any Tommies in your life?
Only the one from Rocky 5. Hopefully that's not a question. 5, 4, 3,
You don't know Tommy Pickles?
2.
Dude,
Good point. Pens down. I will start with Kirk.
The Who?
And Mark.
No, that makes sense. AC/DC.
And Brandon.
The Who?
And Anthony.
It's a pinball wizard.
And Matthew.
I said Queen.
And Rue.
I said the Smiths.
The Who is correct. So at that, Payson, I believe I have the score with Drawn to Chaos in the lead, 13-12, coming out of round number 1. Is that what you have?
That's exactly what I have.
All right, then we'll get into round number 2, which will work like this. It is the wheel round. So if someone could share the wheel, that would be great.
Someone.
Great.
There you go.
So each team will get the chance to spin the wheels to decide what category they'll be answered questions in today. If they don't like the category they spin the first time, they can spin a second time, but they must keep whatever it lands on then. Each question worth 2 points unless I shake down a multiple choice, in which case it'll be worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. Categories on the wheel today are A24 Horror, which is Drawn to Chaos's strength, as well as Harry Potter, which is Soul Glow's strength, as well as the general categories of animation, comic book movies, 1990s, romance, 1970s, and family. So, Drawn to Chaos, since you are in the lead, would you like to spin first or defer?
I think we're going to go second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll defer.
I never got to do that, so let's do this.
All right, then Soul Glow, this will be your first spin.
Yeah.
This little baby wheel.
That's not the color scheme we use. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We're good.
Shut up, Mark.
No, comic book movies. Would you like to keep that?
Shut your mouth.
We should keep that, right?
We should keep that.
100%.
Yeah, we need to keep that.
All right, sounds good. Then Payson, would you like to read them their questions in comic book movies?
Absolutely. Soul Glow, are you prepared for your questions in the category of comic book movies?
Yeah.
Sure.
Your first question in the category of comic book movies. What holiday do the train passengers celebrate in Snowpiercer?
Oh, it's I know it on multiple. It's like their New Year. It's their train New Year. I don't remember the exact name.
Okay.
Any guesses on the exact name?
I don't know the exact name.
3.
No, we should go multiple.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Christmas, B, New Year's, C, Thanksgiving, or D, Easter?
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
New Year's. New Year's. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Somebody really likes this movie.
Yeah, dude.
Your second question in the category of comic book movies. How does Caliban die in Logan?
Explosion.
Explosion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in the truck. Yeah.
Explosion. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Also would have accepted blown up. Your third question.
I would challenge.
You would.
Would you like to?
No, I said I would have challenged.
Dare you?
Your third question. Who plays Vicky Vale in 1989's Batman?
Kim Basinger.
Yep.
Kim Basinger. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. Someone with what specific profession is attacked at the beginning of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze before being saved by the titular reptiles?
It's the pizza boy.
Delivery boy, right?
Yeah.
Pizza delivery
Yes.
boy. Karen. Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Pizza delivery boy. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. I should have said masterpiece. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
It is a masterpiece.
You said titular.
100%.
Enough.
Your final question in the category of comic book movies. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the eyeball monster that Doctor Strange intercepts at the beginning of the film stops what kind of event that he's attending?
It's a wedding, right?
A wedding.
Yeah. Go.
Wedding. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 points and the clean sweep of the category.
Yeah, so with that, they get their score up to 21. Drawn to Chaos remain at 13, so they'll bring back the wheel for what will be Drawn to Chaos's first spin. And you land on the category of Spinner's Choice.
Do we want A24 or do we want animation? I feel like at least you and I are pretty fresh on
A24.
A24.
Yeah, and, like we've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Right? At least between all. So
Yeah.
I've seen a good chunk, so I can provide some.
Okay. We'll take A24 horror.
All right. Then I will be reading your questions in A24 Horror. Your first question. In what A24 horror film do we first see the characters at an amusement park?
amusement park. Maybe. Anything come to you?
No. Do you want to go multiple? Because I'm just
4.
Yeah, we can go multiple.
Yeah, multiple choice.
Your options are A, Life After Beth, B, The Hole in the Ground, C, The Monster, or D, Slice.
Could it be Slice? Maybe. I feel like that one could make sense at a start in an amusement park.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, I know, but it's not.
It's not yellow. I don't think.
Okay. Do you want to go Slice then?
Yeah, let's just go Slice.
Slice. Final answer.
That is unfortunately incorrect. Soul Glow for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Life After Beth, B, The Hole in the Ground, C, The Monster, or D, Slice?
It's not The Monster. I'm pretty confident because I think they're going from.
I think it's B because I don't think it's in Life After Beth.
I haven't seen Hole in the Ground, but I know like there's kids in it, so I would go with that.
Right.
More.
B, final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Life After Beth.
All right, so your next question. Who plays Emily's friend Amber in Green Room?
Emily's friend.
Is that what's her name? Imogen
Poots.
Imogen Poots. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, go for it.
All right, Imogen Poots. Final.
That is correct for 2 points.
Poots.
Your next question. In The Killing of a Sacred Deer, what specifically is the third thing that Martin tells Stephen will happen to his family before they die if they don't sacrifice a member of their family?
Is that bleeding from the eyes?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Bleeding from the eyes. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Right, now your penultimate question. In The Monster, how does Lizzie kill the monster?
Did you rewatch this, right?
I didn't rewatch it, but I know. Doesn't she set it on fire?
I think so. That seems.
Brandon, can we get both hands on screen, please?
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to go with that?
Yeah, go for it.
Sets it on fire. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Well, now I don't have to watch it.
Now your final question in this category. What device kills Laura's boyfriend Chris in Y2K?
Laura's boyfriend.
Which one is he?
Okay, so it's Rachel Zegler's boyfriend. I think they're in the forest or like but there's like trees around, I think.
But
Yeah. Do you want to take a repeat or multiple?
Repeat. Yeah, repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Okay, that is your first repeat. Your question again. What device kills Laura's boyfriend Chris in Y2K?
Did you watch this recently?
Yeah. Is it like a CD player, some kind of music player?
Yeah, I want to say a CD player. That seems right, actually.
You would go with that?
Yeah, because it's at the house then, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, CD player, final answer.
That is incorrect. So we'll go for the 2-point steal.
I have not seen it.
It's give me a sec. I might.
Can you describe the scene?
They're in the house. I know they're in the house. It's Soccer Chris. They just found the one body. The thing just like appears.
Use a repeat if you want.
3.
Repeat.
Right, that is your first repeat.
Just
your question again. What device kills Laura's boyfriend Chris in Y2K?
I think it's a microwave. I think his head goes into a microwave.
Go for it.
Microwave. Final answer.
That is correct for the 2-point steal.
Let's go, Anthony. Let's fucking go.
All right, so then coming out of their spin, I now have Soul Glow in the lead 24-19. Is that what you have, Payson?
That is exactly what I have.
All right, then we'll get into round number 3, which will work like this. So we'll be going back and forth, drafting categories, starting with the team in the lead. Once the category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponents. Once all categories are drafted, the team behind will answer questions until they take the lead. The team will choose which category they would like to take for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point question in that order. And we will go until there is a mathematical winner. The categories they could draft tonight are sports, animation, comic book movies, horror, comedy, directors, action/adventure, and classics. So let them pick their categories right now, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. The teams have selected their categories. So we'll start with Drawn to Chaos since they are down by 5 points. So what category would you like for your 1-pointer?
Classics, right?
Yeah.
Classics, please.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of classics. Who stars as Brad Allen in Pillow Talk?
What was the movie? I didn't catch.
I'll do technical. Who stars as Brad Allen in Pillow Talk?
Oh, Pillow Talk. Okay.
Is that the dude from The Apartment? And
No, I don't think so. I was thinking.
Fred McMurray. Is it Fred McMurray?
Maybe. Oh, is that Burt Lancaster?
Is it?
4.
I'm not sure.
3. 2.
Fred McMurray. Final answer.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Rock Hudson.
Okay.
So we'll stick with you. What category now would you like for your 2-pointer?
Sports.
Sports. Okay.
We'll do sports.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of sports. What sports comedy features performances from Will Ferrell, Woody Harrelson, and Andre 3000?
This is semi-pro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go.
Take it.
Wait, is there a subtitle, or is it just
no semi-pro?
Semi-pro. Final answer.
12-year-old Payson really wanted that afro. Semi-pro is correct.
All right, so we'll stick with you still. What would you like for your 3-pointer?
I mean, we need to hit them both if we want to even a prayer here, so it doesn't really matter. But do you want to go directors for 3?
I feel better about going directors for 4, but I mean.
Okay. How about you, Brandon? What do you think?
Yeah, let's go with directors 4.
Okay, horror then.
Okay.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of horror. In what 1990 horror film does the main character have nightmares of a place called Midland?
Midian. Sorry.
Midian. I'm going to give you a technical. In what 1990 horror film does the main character have nightmares of a place called Midian?
1990, I'm thinking like maybe Flatliners.
Is that, I don't know the year, but Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob's Ladder was the other one. I think that's 1990.
Okay, you want to go with that?
I mean, that's the other movie that came to my head. So if it's coming to you, maybe we just go with that.
Go with that, Brendan?
Yep.
Jacob's Ladder, final answer.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for Nightbreed.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I haven't seen that.
All right, so then it comes down to this. Drawn to Chaos has their 4-pointer remaining in Directors. If they hit it, they will send it back over to Soul Glow. If they miss, then Soul Glow will win by TKO.
All right, Drawn to Chaos, your 4-pointer in the category of Directors. You have 2 repeats left. Who directed Under the Cherry Moon?
Do you have any ideas?
I mean, that's an older one, right? So like Howard Hawks,
Yeah.
John Ford,
maybe.
William Wyler.
Thought.
Who directed?
Repeat.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your second repeat. 4-pointer director. Who directed Under the Cherry Moon?
Who was it that directed Breakfast at Tiffany's? That's
Blake Edwards.
I don't think it's him. That doesn't sound right. I mean, I think Howard Hawks is my best bet. It's probably wrong, but I don't know.
Three.
Repeat the question. Yeah, use it.
That is your final repeat. Who directed Under the Cherry Moon?
Are we sure it's that old? Like, do we have any idea?
I don't have a ballpark.
Yes, I'm thinking it's an older one, but I'm not sure.
Like an older one.
Yeah,
Howard Hawks has a lot of movies. I don't know. It could be like
who?
Howard Hawks does have a lot of movies.
We'll say Howard Hawks. Final answer.
And your winners by TKO, Soul Glow. The correct answer we were looking for was Prince.
Oh, you're way off. Yeah, okay.
I believe it was the only movie he directed. Anyways, so we'll go into post-match interviews right now, starting with Drawn to Chaos. I'll put Soul Glow backstage. Jason, can you get that for me?
I am not on the account right now. That is Cody and Mark.
Cody, are you backstage? Thank you. Cool. Oh, Mark's got it. Great.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, Payson, we'll go to you first. How do you feel about the match?
Yeah, this was a really, really fun match to watch. It was close the entire game. It's always fun when you see the lead switch back and forth. Drawn to Chaos had the lead out of round 1. Soul Glow did super well in their general category of comic book movies. And Drawn to Chaos, they took A24 horror. It is their strength, but this just always shows taking your strength is always a double-edged sword because those questions can go so deep. And just seemed like Soul Glow just prepared just a little bit more for that strength category. Props to Drawn to Chaos. They tried their best in round 3, but yeah, congrats to Soul Glow getting a TKO. That is no easy feat at all.
Yeah, that is 3 points to Soul Glow. And fun fact, I believe, because they're in a group that was like super, super competitive. With this, they went from last place in their group with 0 points to now tied for first place with 3 points. So quite the jump for them. But we're going to go into post-match interviews right now, starting with our unfortunate second-place finishers, Drawn to Chaos. So we'll bring them in. Here we go. Yeah, guys, played really solid, I think, overall today. Just some unfortunate stumbles in, I think, your strength category there. But you had the lead coming out of round number 1. But yeah, I mean, you're still on the board. You still have, like I said, you're in a group that's like really, really competitive. So you could still only be 1 victory away from advancing to the tournament round, if you will. So how do you feel overall about how today went?
Yeah, it was. I'd say it's tough. I knew as soon as they spun comic book movies, it was going to be an uphill battle for us no matter what else happened. And it was, getting spinners there. We had to risk it for the big points because they had done so well in that. We had to try to do our best to try to match that. So it was a lose-lose situation there once they spun that. That's what it all came down to, I think. And yeah, I mean, everything else was close. Round 1 was close, and I think we got some tough questions in round 3. So it is what it is. I still like playing with these guys. I hope we can pull out a victory next time and move on because I'm going to keep playing. I still think we're a good team. But like I said, they got, everything, it went their way today. That's all.
Yeah, I think we're still super solid. We had a great round 1. Round 2 can just change everything. And when you're down, you have to start climbing up. It's tough. You have to get aggressive, and it's hard. So I still feel good about our chances. I don't know who's in our group, but they suck, and we're gonna beat them.
Yeah. And Payson's exactly right. It's like it's tricky when you are picking between strength category or general category, and unfortunately, giving up those steals really swung it their way.
Yeah, well, you do have one team left to face in your group. I can tell you exactly who that is. You're facing Boo Earns, so Caleb Boatman, Bill Carriola, and Joe Farrelly, I believe is the fun. They had a couple like switch outs for their group member. I believe that's their final group members. But how do you feel about facing them?
I mean, another tough group, but I feel like we have what it takes to. I think we can beat anybody in this. Honestly, I think we're good enough. We just need to get some more games under our belt. I think I want to keep playing because I think we're going to get better the more we go.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll put you backstage for now. Thank you all for coming out, and we'll bring in our first place finishers for the evening. That would be Soul Glow, Mark Menchaca, Amaru Moses, and Anthony Tisdall. Guys, great match overall. A way to bounce back from your last match, which I know y'all weren't super happy about. Had some tough bond questions that kind of sunk you there. But today, you absolutely ran the comic book movies category and picked up all the steals that you needed to in A24 horror. Seems like Anthony studied that category very well. Paid off. So how do y'all feel?
He says he's getting carried. Shout out to Tiz. Shout out to that man, because that's what he does. He studies and answers questions a lot of people don't know, and I love it. I love it, and I feel like I kind of screwed us a bunch in the last one, so I was happy I could come back and help out with comic book movies. And Mark is just solid, like more than solid. One of the best guys here, so I'm very happy how this one turned out. We again said we were going to hit our stride, and we did. And I love it. I love it. I love playing with these two guys.
Big ups to Anthony here. That 2-point steal, huge. It's the difference between a point. It keeps us alive in the running for this group. I knew going out the way we did in that first match, tough, and I knew we were gonna a bit of an uphill battle, kind of advancing. But this big, and we just need to win our next match, and hopefully one or two things goes our way, and we're right in it. We're right in the thick of this again.
Yeah, that felt great. I mean, getting the TKOs also helps us, especially with losing one, and with how, like you said, how close this is. The 3 points is a massive thing. They played really well. We just got like 1 or 2 extra steals, and they had some hard round threes. I'm just glad that A24 did come up, and I didn't completely destroy any sanity or any, all the depression that I now have from watching A24 horror movies, got to be used for something. So I'm just going to go sit in the corner and cry after this is over, release all that tension, and then I'll be fine tomorrow. I'll be fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's weird about those movies at all.
All right, well, we also know who you're facing next, the one team you haven't faced in your group. So you'll be facing the Devil's Advocates, Scott Harvey, John Marr, and Igor Kosik. That's the other person on that team. So thoughts on facing them? Also, I believe they are also the team that you're tied with currently for first place. So that'll be an interesting one. Thoughts on facing them?
It's this. I feel like we're in the group of death. Like if we're gonna pick one, we're in the group of death. Every single team here is pretty damn great. So it's gonna be a great battle. I can't wait to see how it works out. I also think we have a lot of similarities. So it's gonna be interesting.
John's just gonna say a lot of shit. I just need to be prepped for that. Then after that, I'm good.
I have no idea where this releases in the order of things we do, but one of the things that just happened, at least chronologically, Scott decided he hates me. So there is going to be some tension being taken out, at least on Scott.
All right, I like it. Sounds good. Well, we'll see y'all when that match comes around. We'll put you backstage for now, and I will close this thing out as I usually do, poorly. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to all the writers, players, showrunners, everyone that helps make this league what it is. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Someone play the outro for me. Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.